Hey everyone, Coaches Simon and Alex here with Top Tennis Training, and in today's lesson we're going to help you win every single match that you play. So Alex, why do most players lose matches?
Well, it's because most of the time we're making too many errors. It's not our opponent hitting winners against us, it's us gifting the match to the opponent. And usually it's because we're making the wrong decisions when we're playing those rallies, when we're playing those points. So in today's video, we're going to address that, and we're going to teach you the correct decision making so that you're always playing the correct way in every point that you play.
Now what we've just seen Alex demonstrate is a very common error that players will make when they're playing matches. They're obsessed over their technique. They're thinking about how they're preparing for their forehand. They're thinking about having the perfect take back on their backhand. They're imagining Federer playing a match and they're trying to emulate that. And they actually forget to play the real point. They forget to play the match. If you're thinking technically in a match, you definitely won't be thinking tactically, and you'll lose that match because you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Your intensity will drop. You'll start being late on balls because you're focusing on the wrong thing. And you'll start making the wrong decisions in the process. So don't let it happen to you.
Do you ever feel like you've played the match of your life but still lost? Well, you're probably making this one crucial error. Let's fix it together. Click on the link and download our free Tactics PDF.
Now the first step to playing better in your matches is being content with your technique. Show up to the match call and understand that whatever you have on the day, we can use it to the best of our abilities and try to win with whatever tools we have. The worst time to try to change technique is during a match. You'll perform worse and you'll lose that match.
What I want to focus on is my feet and my intensity. So I'm going to be trying to be as light as possible on my feet. I'm going to be dancing in between the shots. So I hit the shot and I'm dancing, I'm waiting for that next ball to come. I'm also focusing on the recovery back, breathing and being as intense with my eyes as possible. I want to see where that ball is going so I can prepare early and I can hit the ball properly. I'm not thinking about my technique, I'm thinking about where am I hitting that ball. I'm thinking about the direction, I'm thinking about exposing the weakness of my opponent and protecting my own weakness. So there a few things happened in that point. I was super intense after the serve, so when I landed off the serve, I straight away recovered and got ready for the next ball. I got into that backhand rally, I didn't quite hit a good enough shot there, but I got around on my forehand, I used my strength against my opponent's weakness, and then I exposed the space into the open court. Now I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't intense with my legs. And that intensity is vital if you want to win points. So that was a perfect example of me, perhaps I'm not feeling my backhand today, and instead of trying to hit it all the time, I can resort to hitting a slice. And sometimes, especially on fast surfaces, if you keep the ball low enough, it's actually quite difficult for your opponent to attack you. So use the slice as well if you are not feeling confident on the stroke. So on my backhand, if I'm feeling I'm late on the ball, I'll just slice it. I'll stay in the point and I'll look for that forehand, and even though he missed that last ball, I was getting around it and looking for my forehand, so I was actually in a good position even if he was to make that ball. I was going to attack the next one.
Now there's a good example of me being content to play a little bit more passive, a little bit safer, higher percentage tennis, eliminate the net, heavy topspin, and wait for the right ball to then attack. I don't have to go for too much power or be aggressive if I'm not feeling the ball that day. Sometimes we just don't feel like we're hitting the sweet spot, and it's okay to move back, give yourself a bit more time to actually deal with the bounce, and be prepared to make the match more physical. So I might have to cover more ground, but I'll have more time to actually set up for my shots and execute them to a higher level. So in that point I decided to only slice it, forehand and backhand, and focus more on the placement, trying to expose the space that Alex was giving me, and it worked. So sometimes I don't have to actually drive it, I can still slice it or even block it and still move the ball around and use the width of the court. So there you have it guys, we hope you've enjoyed this lesson and learned something new. Now if you have enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel of course, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos.
Leave a comment under the video and let us know what you've been struggling with in your game. Also look out for video number 2 of this series coming out soon. See you then.